Tenno, you will make an excellent hunter.
Unless the metal plant taught you a way to bend platinum. Once we administer this poison, your body will naturally react, forcing you into the avatar state in an effort to keep you alive. Sadly for you, you'll be entering for the last time.
The avatar cycle!
Yes. When we dispatch you in the avatar state, the cycle will end. So we lucky few, this band of brothers and sisters in anarchy, are witnessing the beginning of an era of true freedom. Together, we will forge a world without kings and queens, without borders and nations, where man's only allegiance is to himself and those he loves. We will return to the true balance of natural order. And though you will never again be reborn, your name will echo throughout history. Cora, the last avatar, administer the poison.
In other news, Texas residents are going to be happy to hear this. It just came out. There's a new website where any Texas resident, as long as you live within a zip code in the state, you can...
Get ready. As soon as she's in the avatar state, take her out. Why isn't she staying in the avatar state? Give it time. She can't resist for long. It's working. I told you before. The world doesn't need you anymore. I know how someone sleep at fun. Give up. And I'm splendid. There's no despite of it. It's love. Let's go. Let's go. The avatar. You can't fight me and the poison.
This means that you are now able to pick up all 3 of those Invictus Signas, everybody. So this is the Dominus Era shop now. A lot of people were saying that the event was rigged. I think it was probably just rigged by changing the weight in the back end so that daily hand-ins were higher or lower. Other people were calling it a timer, which doesn't make too much sense because of such high variable increase and decrease day to day. That being said, it doesn't really matter because we're at there with the loot. So grab your loot. Good job, everyone, and have a good time Warframe. Everyone, Operation 8 Claw is pretty much done with us at 92.2%. This means that you are now able to pick up all 3 of those Invictus Signas, everybody. So this is the Dominus Era shop now. A lot of people were saying that the event was rigged. I think it was probably just rigged by changing the weight in the back end so that daily hand-ins were higher or lower. Other people were calling it a timer, which doesn't make
actually be able to locate just by thinking about it. Meet Base 44, an AI creation platform made for anyone with an idea and a drive to bring it to life. Describe what you want and watch it take shape. You can plan, customize, and expand in any direction. From tools built for one to platforms ready for many. From passionate projects to enterprise-grade systems. Obviously, we're going to have to take a look at what this web actually does and the smart power. No. Not my majesty. But there, well, as it said, to the Saruman, we could only yeah, and start from there, which has already lost. And that's it, 21 days ago. Okay, that's down to the job. Well, basically education. Because that's what we get the possibility where it's education is going and the
understands how to combine the elements coursing through their warframes. Prove yourself. Find the crucible and the amphors it needs to create a complex elemental force. You found a crucible. Now, liberate the necessary amphors from your enemies. Deadly radiation, the product of heat and electricity amphors. Throw the needed amphors at the crucible. You have birthed a complex elemental force. Create another. A blast crucible. Mix heat and cold amphors. these elemental combinations as you modify your weapons and warframes. I advise you not to be content with merely doing enough. The Paradox has drawn Void Angels to besiege the Undercroft, undo what their claws have done, or Duviri may fall to something worse even than Thrax. Globes of ambient void energy hover around you. Collect them to seal the breaches. The rupture is closed. The Paradox stabilizes. Fight on. Close the ruptures as you would staunch the wounds of a comrade. The Void Angels are unrelenting. You are all that is keeping them at bay. Hold fast. A breach has been sealed. Excellent work. If the Void Angels break through the wall, their master will be freed. Do not allow that to happen. Enough. You can gather no more. Attend to the ruptures. The smallest breach in the wall may become a gaping wound. Thanks to you, that will not now happen. Will you lay your sword aside and rest? Or fight on?
What a waste! Your scarred vessel comes to beg once more? You will never pry the Janus key from the clutches of its rightful owner.
My duty to make extraordinary demands of exceptional people. Secrets lie buried deep within the Undercroft. The Paradox provides the means to extract them. You must protect the excavators and keep them powered. Excavator under attack. Void treasure location established. Extractor in place. void treasure may now be extracted. Extractor deploying. Marking void treasure extraction site. Extractor in place. A void treasure has been located. You have gained much. If you choose, you may now leave. Leave now or later. But leave you must, for the Undercroft is inexhaustible. Cowards send minions to fight in their stead. This jackal is a mere envoy. Destroy it. The body is well armored. The limbs, less so. Do not hesitate to attack when an opening presents itself. Avoid the beams. You have an opportunity. Take it. You have triggered its defensive precepts. Find where it has fled to. Turn your fury upon what is vulnerable. Support. Change your focus. foe has fallen. Stab it in the heart. Let this victory serve as a warning. Duviri is defended. Do not expect me to tell you when to stop. Judge for yourself. The longer you can keep this Undercroft manifestation active, the greater the gains for the other side. Prepare to receive life support. Life support replenished. Support is limited. It must not be squandered. systems charged with life support. This struggle goes on for as long as you can stand. History dictates that this Tenno asset was destroyed in a grave setback to the cause. Let us rewrite that event. Prepare yourself. A fresh wave approaches. The enemy musters for a fresh assault. Hold the line. Resolve is being tested. Do not falter. Enemies incoming. Stand fast. The enemy has been exhausted, if only for now. I will wait for you, just as I did before.
Another job well executed.
True undead. God gave but me. Oh.
I don't try to discover your
We have brought with us a message from Her Majesty. These are times that test the heart, Integra engaged Helsing. The royal family shall not forget the contributions of the Helsing organization over this century. Please stand strong through this fierce night, and take solace that at sunrise your Judas shall be punished. Remember that Her Majesty's prayers are with you.
Stand strong through this. Since we've been at home.
Now then, let us begin. He who is nobody, incognito. Control our restriction system, release to level 2. Situation B. Keeping power restriction unlocked until the target has been internally silenced. It is very peaceful making sense between you are slow or exotic.
Well, that's not
I would advise you to desist. It's been a while since I've been like this. Give me arrogant stuff. Hurry up, something. What do we see? Yes, at last, an opponent that's worthy of my power. I just would like to look at your eye.
Try again in the next life.
While you're on your way to hell, I want you to beg forgiveness for the men you've killed.
Before I kill you, I need to know, since we are both serving human masters, who is your master incognito? Give me the name of the one who would make cheap copies of us with their filthy bugs. You just on your way to quit. You've run out of your beauty, man. It's this out of your clever bastard. Police girl. Run away, now!
Way. Our close special units have been called in and are now infiltrating the tower. There are attempting to quell the violence inside.
Right. What?
Defending God, Queen, and country are brave and spell. One and souls. All praise is our fallen brothers. This responsibility rests squarely with you. These men were under your command.
This is all my
Of the 192 personnel starting on the we have 57 that expired. Of those, 24 are wounded. Mason Fox's unit of 25 men remain active and been dispatched to Ireland earlier that day. 8 other men, mostly importance, are also ready for duty.
Why are Alucard and Sarah's not included in this report?
Well, I imagine listing them among the day
And what is Ferguson's condition?
his lower jaw is broken. It should take about 3 weeks to heal, but he'll be fit for Tuesday in 2 days' time.
Victoria, not talking. I'll take care of it. Sir, the target has been silenced.
We clean up the situation of Stephen Meeting after I walk. See that all the long we'll run everybody back.
Right.
Nelson's information retrieved department is now to the committee for investigation about Cameron's background and deceased. Through the roundtable conference, Ermic has been asked to listen.
Maintain the investigation. I want nothing overlooked. This is vengeance, and there will be no answer. Out of the special section authority, this will be a slight organization.
The most well things that take the experience. As a friend, the approach of themselves, they little out to the national gatherings with the absolute nothing. So fun. Very well. If you're too upset.
And Cleveland Lentz, head of the Vatican Special Section authority, is what do I do?
I was before the Vatican Association. One hundred as rather rash that is left no life to the public. I come with my soul shield.
Shut up! Your people have already shattered the peace between us. He sent Mr. Anderson to attack us, and he has slain one of my best men. Don't pretend you've forgotten, for we certainly haven't. I won't indulge in this ridiculous farce of civility. Now get out of my country.
Oh,
especially since that would be cool. Such as a shotgun back in the I love that. Recently, we've had a bug infestation spreading through our laborious research. We've concluded that these bugs originate from it. But because you're standing in the houses in such detail, this infestation goes unchecked. And your bug problem becomes our bug problem. Understand, we have as little regard for your innocent organization as we do for the non-body things. However, this is no genuine selection of respect and exception. But it is a organization and the non-body problem of the face of the end. Do you understand who's reading English now? English sound. One exception between commands and respect. One strong language. To reign over the kingdom of the world. To make its peace by its laws. To be generous, to be obedient, and merciless to all those who would stand against you. Nothing ever changes. 2,000 years, and you still act like the world's yours. That's good. Once. God, never ends. I mean, Victoria, Port Target, what's happening to the host?
I'm concerned that it's on the train heading towards the UK. If the train redirects on the village, the situation will become contained.
Contact the main office now. Close every station it's supposed to pass on its main route. Then order an emergency stop with the train. We've already dealt with the transit device. Commence a thorough sterilization of the premises.
Walter!
May God and Her Majesty be with you. Amen. What is it?
Please take a look at this. This was taken an hour ago. God.
Code 00769. Alert the National Gallery.
Yes, sir.
Pleasure to meet you, Mr. Maxwell. And now we should say goodbye. What dare call my master a son? Really? I didn't see how I could let you be here alive. And now walking wise. Be admonished, judges. Serve the Lord with fear and rejoice with trembling. Kiss the Son lest he be angry. And ye perish in the way, though his wrath may quickly kindle.
Captain Hook is moving to engage Tiger Lily and Moss.
Maxwell, you did it.
Yeah. This may be the end moment. Sparks hybridity at the average. That biggest surprise was I see. Well, then, it's all the computers. Then Peter Pan's to be off to take his kiss before he becomes a snake. When those who have such people, always that has become so I am his God's own ground upon the earth, bringing down the divine punishment of heaven. I would prefer to all. It is my Father, from Son, and the Holy Ghost. Amen. What?
The Oregon Neural Sentry is attempting to purge you from this place. Stand by for life support. They're dropping reactant. Use it to crack open a relic. Don't forget the reactant. You need more to open that relic. Oregon technology may work here due to the Circulus's proximity. If you have a necrotic, you may use it. That's it. You opened the relic. Finish your mission and we'll take a look inside. Oculists. If they scan you, sentient fighters won't be far behind. The sentient has detected you. Fighters incoming. The longer you hold out, the deeper I can search. But if you need to leave, extraction is ready. Tenno, the Void has summoned a new presence and it craves our life support. Destroy these manifestations. Collected enough reactant to open your veins. Those oculists are scanning for targets.
Don't worry. I'll take very good care of Varuna. I have just the spot in the kennel for her.
The queens have sought out Warframes before. Vor sought to present them with yours. We cannot let the worm have Varuna. They know you're here. Prepare for sentient fighters. These manifestations, they aren't from the neural sentry. Destroy them. They are drawing from your life support.
Very good.
It was the winter festival. Our parents took Edward to the nights. 8 or so was out. It was freezing cold, so our parents offered to carry our skis for us. Of course, Matula paid for it. But not Edward. He insisted on carrying his own skis uphill through freezing temperatures and snow. Trudged there. Never complaining, never wavering. His little fingers froze to his skis, but he had to do it his way. That moment defined him as the man that he was. You know him as the greatest scientific mind Hallelujah has ever known. I know him as my friend. Made all the necessary arrangements. Don't worry. Everything's taken care of.
You'll be alright, Lance.
He's not even in there.
Another fine group of students this year. You'll be especially proud of the Medal of Excellence winner. Sorry, throw. Each year, one student is chosen for the Medal of Excellence. He has the distinction of being the youngest recipient in the history of the Academy. If this is any indication of what's to come, I think we're looking at a future member of the elite. Perhaps going on further. Please join me in honoring Ted Lance. Lance. You're to the lives of your fellow classmates. Take them away. Why? I'm correct. Oh, what a monster. We celebrate your surprise, right? I am here personally to file a complaint. A complaint? Yes. Creatures you have been providing for me and for me very poorly. They mean something. Oh, special. Are you having a problem understanding me, Guru? Understanding you? Yes. Or repeating every one of my questions, it infuriates me. But choose your response very carefully, girl. Yes, that's it. What impressive about which are the most impressive specimens? Seems about stand the measure of our force, despite some poisonous. Keep on acting like the songs are very good. Is it strong enough? I feel that perhaps it still isn't special enough. It's special. Perhaps it's one good moment from it. Most powerful. What is not most special? Stop. It's one of the least of this world. Things. Yes, my lord. You're sure? Yes, that's it. That is the most weird and powerful creature on all of Voltron. Yes. What you see is unassuming appearance. She was about unstable now. On the inside, The creature will expire naturally, or unnaturally. It would unleash a power strong enough to draw the active from our planet. Well, that is special. Engage the space range. This way, Master. Stay amongst the mountains by the sands. You went to hear. Well, want you to run. If you fail, you will pay for your mistake with your money. We should take an alternate route. Just a simple mistake. Yes, I was wrong. Congratulations, you have been promoted. Find me another creature or you will be broadcast the false signals and hide the Armada's approach. With Yellown's shield down and the defenses blinded, we will have total advantage with the ambush. Nothing will stop our invasion now. We are conquest. These people with their spirit of the approach. Please, I'm joining you. It's important what I thought the kids. Your failure with the princess has been spreading through things. That's not me who hates me. I'm continues. What so before it's no princess. I bet my feelings. You're all alive. But it was I was beginning to think you weren't going to throw up. Still willing to wager your life. Don't. You'll see this creature of yours. First, pick up. Stay. Have your creature delivered to the Rift Gate for transport. should have been something else. When he's through, the critical will be actual incomplete. It is logical for Megasaur and Gossitron to fight. Conclusion. Combiner should cease fighting back. Probability of my survival is 0. What a savage. Oh, look! It's the high-five six. Speaking of tossing,
I don't do that anymore.
what for me? Never was much of a talker. Your safety is your people are never coming back. With the riders parting the face and the
Maxima, what are you doing? What needs to be done? Our cannons! And this
you say, okay, that's stuff. We both know that's not true. You're just a killer, like me. But you can't kill us all. The council has the enigma combination. They're gonna build a new thing of combiners.
they would never dare.
Starscream, what's it look like out there?
Things are getting worse, Rodimus. Word has gotten out about Menasor and our Neutron's battle on campus. The citizens are scared.
It is only a matter of time before this gets out of control.
Peace between Autobots and Decepticons is already fragile.
The Combiners go through everything unless we stay on.
This is a time for action, Starscream.
Not all are a threat. Some, like our Neutron, have been loyal to us.
And now he's a pile of scrap on Caminus.
Then what do you suggest we do?
We could try to control them all.
Are you suggesting we use the Enigma of combination to actually create Combiners?
With an army like that, I could turn this threat into an asset.
Brothers, we don't even truly know how the Enigma works, which is why I'm bringing the bodies of the Combiners for examination.
I may not be Optimus Prime, but I can try.
We are here to maintain peace, not reignite the war that Optimus and Megatron started billions of years ago.
Well, if we cannot stop the Combiners, we might as well join Optimus and Megatron in exile.
Combiners don't even know we have the Enigma. If word were empty, they would stop at nothing to possess it.
Use it to wipe out every existing Combiner in one fell swoop.
The Combiners are still Autobots and Decepticons. To murder own people,
you are the last person who could ever be commenting on murdering other Transformers.
Those were different times, mistress. Until we understand this better, I say we can't risk using it.
Perhaps you are right. Let us continue to study the artifact until we know for sure what it is capable of doing.
In the meantime, I can have wheelchair. Starscream.
It's happening. Sound the alarm. Kill yourself.
Windblade, you were a long way from Emilys.
The great Optimus Prime. Fallen leader of the Autobots. Come on.
I received a video feed from Computron. I have been tracking you since you arrived here on... Stop. You are balance.
And you're not in charge anymore.
Why are you trying to kill stars for me?
I'd like to kill every one of you. You're all the same. Galaxy would be better off with small things of function.
Perhaps. But I will not stand by and watch you murder a council official.
Don't preach to me. How many did you kill during your wars?
Yes, I am a veteran of war. When the Autobots fought for freedom, we never killed for spite or without competition.
That's what they all say. Everyone's got a noble reason to keep the war going.
And you, Speaker, you were never like this before. What is your excuse for becoming a killer?
I wasn't trying to kill Starscream. Combiners are out of control. They've caused nothing but destruction on my homeworld. My people, my friends, they died in their homes.
Go back to your people. Go back to this. Help them rebuild. What you are doing here will just start another war. I've been through war. You see the devastation it brings. I would spare you that experience.
Optimus, you know who I am. Help me. The Combiners can't be controlled.
I cannot help you this time. My days as a leader have long since passed.
You got the Enigma of combination.
What? Where?
The Council has it. They were talking about activating it.
Which means all life on Cybertron is in danger.
More the reason to destroy it.
I do not know if it can be destroyed.
Why not?
The firepower that it would take.
Would take what?
There may be only one who can help us now.
No one else will know and challenge me, the almighty Megatron. Now that's not like it. To settle things once and for all. One last night. I'm not here to fight. Oh, try. You can lie to yourself, but I know you too well.
We came all this way for him? What's the glorious master of the Decepticons doing hiding out on his dead world?
You became the killer. Big fan of your work, to keep it up.
Relic, you have no idea who you're talking to.
I meant not the killing and not the stupid. That doesn't you. You could never think until something was one. Brings back memories and crime. The two of us fighting as the galaxy watches on.
Cybertron is in danger. The peace treaty has fallen apart.
The treaty was a false hope. We both knew that. Far from the close. They can all.
I know you do not mean that.
You'll not me.
For their skeletons, not lives. Both still live.
But not for long.
You haven't told me. You say not know nothing. Your colleagues all.
No. I knew that part of me on the battlefield. I walked away so there could be a lasting peace.
You actually believe that lie. You left everything to ruin. And now, Cybertron that have spoken to the magnets and knows. I have wanted more of any time. You are all. When he talks to us pride is nothing without a war. Whereas I found peace. I found freedom. That was all I ever wanted. And so finally told me that. Whereas my peace is gone. So now, I must. So I used on whatever it is. Starting passionate by the combination. Oh, I like you.
Enough. He's telling you the truth. The Council has the Enigma. Starscream has the Enigma. And they're going to use it.
Boy, she's all my time. But it's just one thing I anymore. It's like it's not.
Good. While we're done dancing around here, what to go?
It's not making horrendous.
Once that's supposed oh, that's right. Slurs all over.
This is all my fault. I thought the Omnitrons bring Minnesota. It should have done it myself.
No.
The Diviners are going
to unravel everything.
So, what's the business of you going? Kill everyone in the council, like always do.
We could probably pull it off now, the three of us.
No, there is no reason for them to follow the line now. This plan. No one's going to get any concept. Nothing's right.
What must be destroyed?
Fine. Sometimes things about no healing. Starting moving. This is making sense. Why? And it's not working together.
They have come to finish the project. They were going to kill us.
Oh, that's a Cybertron.
Oh, why is it like that?
Must be traumatized.
This touched me.
What's our course of action? We don't have any forces in this way.
But we have to use the Enigma. Use it to control the virus to stop running and stealing before we do.
What? No.
To all this person behind us are both our worlds.
We won't have to fire a single shot. The sheer weapon is going to be choice.
Not fun. Nothing stops him once he's set on course. That's doubly true for Megatron.
I would advise caution. I hope we can come to a peaceful solution before resorting to using the Enigma.
Agreed. We still think we will actually even if we did, the virus would stay with us. It's been a long time. Why are you here? Not even excited. Go back to better style.
The chances of responding or peace. You want our people to die on chance. You call that peace? No, for a city speaker.
Stars bring whatever is somebody it's what's going on with us always.
There is no glory, Megatron. I've been trying to atone for my sin. Something you should try.
George's compared to control that type of power. All of this going on.
You will be one the Enigma for you.
You can't win this battle. Back inside.
I don't know what the fuck this is. Oh, God.
There has to be another way. Otherwise, we're all.
No one has to die if we can. No, Megatron. You betray us? If I wanted to betray you, Prime, you'd already be dead at my feet. Small. Demonstrator, what I'm doing? Stand up. How your monster stand down. Sirs, warriors are monsters. It's my turn to you can try me.
Where is the Enigma? The future of our people in your hands?
I think not.
This is how you stop. Victoria and Devastator will tear the city apart.
We should destroy the Enigma. Now!
The Combiner Wars have finally arrived at our doorstep.
They don't have much time. We have to use the Enigma.
Starscream?
You're right. We have no choice now.
Sorry. Looks like I'm out of this fight.
Mistress?
I'm Kenyan. Our physiology is wrong. It has to be you. You have to order the Combiners to stop.
You've earned my trust, Starscream. Do the right thing. End this war.
Oh, I will.
Windblade, take us up there now.
Is it working?
No.
He's controlling the Combiners. The Computron and Menasor are dead. G-Filer, I'll cut the Enigma from you! What's happening?
Well done, Starscream. Well done. Now I understand.
Understand what?
I have killed you ages ago.
But you didn't.
So much more the fool. How long have you been planning this?
A very long time. But I had no idea all this power would be so satisfying.
Stars will bloom and die before you've done killing you.
Megatron, You'll never change, while I evolve.
We have to leave. And all this time, you've been part of his plan.
Sadly, I don't think we ever mattered at all. Didn't need us. Everything you to be a killer, so that the combiners would all converge here.
What is he doing with all of those combiners and the Enigma of combination?
Exactly what I would have done. Make himself the most powerful being in the universe. The ultimate combiner.
Those wasted years.
Sorcery. This is not what the Enigma was created for.
Fighting sanctimonious Autobots. Leading Decepticons.
Megatron.
Fighting to convince a frightened empire to trust me. It was worth it. I can see, know, everything. I don't.
What's happening? Everything I was afraid of.
Something's wrong. Look out! Wow. Where's Starscream?
Well, it's not great of telephone. We have to leave.
We cannot just abandon Cybertron. Megatron, where are you?
I still function.
We need to move.
Over. Wind blade. Wind blade.
Mitchell, Max. Is that a thing? I don't understand.
Have a woman.
Please. I have to stop this. I have to save Cybertron.
You have abandoned us. We heard your thoughts. Anger, rage, revenge.
I was wrong. Is that what you want to hear?
This is much larger just you. Now, believe Cybertron is on a knife's edge.
What am I supposed to do?
Remember who you truly are.
This is a stress test. Destroy all specimens as quickly as possible. new data conduit is open. Sound has moved to a new zone. monitor the conduit now.
Best photo.
With each data conduit jump, the experiment's design dictates increased efficiency. I trust you will be able to complete this study, Hunter?
Create custom stats to
data conduit is open. Go now. Is experiment torture? Lab rats also feel pain, yet their suffering creates knowledge. If the lessons learned today save lives in the future, then the ends justify my means. A new data conduit is open. Our experiment moves to a new zone. Hurry, Hunter! The conduit is closing fast.
Oh, that's not true. You're just a killer. But you can't.
Hunter, the sanctuary will go on without you.
They would never dare.
Okay, if there's one AI site builder you need to be,
Okay, today we're going to discuss these somewhat freaky spiders you see behind me. And yeah, that's a spider. More than likely for us, we're not going to be seeing them in person anytime soon, because we're actually going to be discussing the unusual creatures known as sea spiders, a very large family of polygon arthropods, very often referred to as noonids, which seem to have existed on the planet for over 500 years and survived mostly in events. And with over 1,300 species known to us, they also seem to be present in every world. But unfortunately, they're also usually relatively small. And when I say small, I mean really small. This one is less than 1/10 of their size, or just a fraction of an inch. In spite of this, they're still kind of freaky, and they also possess quite abstract habits, one of which we're going to be discussing in this video. Because it turns out that at least some of these unusual creatures develop in a very bizarre way of surviving inside these oceans, some people have actually never seen before anywhere. And so let's discuss these sort of strange animals, in this case referred to as Ceratosaurus sea spiders, and found a very bizarre way of getting nutrition in locations where there is practically no nutrition for most complex life. All of this based on a study by Jaco that involved 17 research on the 18-hour sea spiders. But before we discuss the spiders, I also wanted to start with the obvious, what rarely comes about the depth of the ocean. Mostly because something like 0.001% of the ocean floor has been explored so far, and because with every single exploratory mission to the depth of the ocean, researchers always come out with a huge number of discoveries of things we've never seen before. As a matter of fact, following 8 years of exploration, using various submarine-based studies, an international team of scientists discovered a tremendous diversity of different microbes and different complex life, sometimes living in locations where we actually didn't think life would thrive. As a matter of fact, the more life was even discovered below the sediment, sometimes as deep as 400 meters. And so every single location examined, including various caves, deep-sea hydrothermal vents, or the sediment below the ocean floor, seemed to be teeming with life, no matter the location. And previously, the assumption was that the deeper you go in the ocean or in the sediment, the less life you should find. And that turned out to be completely incorrect. Everywhere in the ocean, researchers discovered thriving habitats, very often containing a lot of strange and wonderful organisms in some of the most mysterious environments. And even some of the most recent studies of the famous Mariana Trench, the deepest point on Earth, such as this study you can find in the description, discovered over 7,000 new microbial species that we've never seen before anywhere, as well as a lot of complex organisms that all developed unique strategies in order to survive in these extreme environments. But the genetic analysis of most of the species coming from here revealed that a lot of them actually contain very efficient genomes specializing in a lot of vital functions unique to these environments. For example, in some species, they discovered genes that allow them to consume a lot of different substances that we usually do not associate with nutrients. Basically, substances like carbon monoxide that's usually present in the ocean, but normally is not used by life. But because here the food choice is very scarce, life found a way. And similar studies on a lot of deep-sea fish discovered that many of them have unique genes and very unique mutations that usually allow their cells to be very efficient, especially when it comes to creating new proteins, which basically helps these fish quickly respond to various types of stress, such as stress from the pressure.
have a report for you.
Okay, tell me.
The last question was about his being in custody. You mentioned that you were willing to let him out, and I assume no personal bonds, if we could show that he would be staying with an adult. I talked to Miss Palmer, who was the woman that he was referring to. Miss Palmer is okay with them living with her, but she has some issues with the bond conditions. She does not want an individual living in her house with an ankle monitor, and she said she wanted to express that she is not his mother. Although he could stay there, she wanted to make sure that, I think she didn't want to take on any responsibilities that, you know. So I told her I understood that this was merely about living arrangements, and we understand it's temporary and all of that. But she said he was fine, but she just cannot do the ankle monitor. So I wanted to bring that to your attention.
I don't understand what that means.
She doesn't want an individual in her house with an ankle monitor. I guess it's something she's never come in contact with and feels strange. She does understand he's accused of a crime and that he's going through a criminal process, but this was her sticking point. Not what I anticipated, that was a sticking point for her. So I wanted to bring...
Whoa, let's pause here. The ankle monitor becomes the deal breaker, not the criminal history, not the court process, but the monitor. What does that tell us about public perception? Would you let someone live with you under those conditions? Drop your thoughts in the comments.
Bring to your attention, and I guess my ask would be, would you be willing to amend that condition?
How are we able to monitor him?
How we monitor him?
Yeah. How do we know he's not going out in the middle of the night?
Well, we wouldn't. What we could do is, of course, what you said you would do, which is random UAs every time he comes. We could do frequent appearances for him. I mean, there's not that many.
He has a hard time. It's a hard time making it here. You know?
He does. But I did discover that there may be some resources available to him that I'm working on in terms of transportation. So I think we can remedy that. That's through that. I think we can remedy that. But that was the first thing because of him. He's been in jail the whole time. He hasn't been able to get out. Cannot make bond. Doesn't have a co-signer. She's not willing to be a co-signer for him. So it's either going to be he sits there, set up a trial, state makes an offer that you're willing to accept. That's kind of where we are at this stage. So that was the first thought, is whether you'd be willing to amend that condition. That would get him out of the state with Ms. Palmer about these cases.
We're going to discuss with Kelsey in a moment and potential offer. We're talking about maybe a potential deferred. We'll discuss it with Kelsey and see if you're amenable to that, Your Honor.
Did you offer him a PTI?
No, PTI not offered, Your Honor. We offered previously a time served, but as you mentioned, you would not accept that. So we're going to discuss with Kelsey to see if that probation.
And obviously, if the state were willing to offer a PTI, that's something I believe he would accept. But we talked about the potential for deferred, and I told him the legal implications of that.
My only issue is that if I let him out, as history has told us, when I try to get him here, it's very difficult. You know, there's this excuse, there's that excuse. The only time I'm able to get
What's the blessing? Y'all. Single Chinese woman that was starting to realize that they are men not women. Oh yeah. Shout out to China Curious.
Imagine being able to build anything just by thinking about it. Base 44, the AI creation platform.
Many single women in China are now embracing independence, prioritizing careers, and rejecting marital expectations. However, some also realize that Chinese men are not interested in them anymore. The term leftover women has long been used in China to describe unmarried women over the age of 27, often implying they are undesirable. 42 years old, life is already halfway over, unmarried, childless, having achieved nothing, and burdened with debt. I'm 38 and unmarried. Today, it suddenly hit me that among all my middle school classmates, college friends, graduate school peers, and co-workers from over the years, I'm the only one who's still single. I used to think I needed to focus on my career, make money, and buy my own house and car.
now, or is it